Hi, I'm Allie, and I just wanted to share with you my testimony. I always grew up in church. My dad was the principal of a Christian school. My mom was a teacher there, so I was learning about God while I was in the womb. Um, I remember always going to church and having to dress up, which I so hated then. But mostly, I just remember learning about God and learning what He did for me on the cross and learning lessons about 5 loaves of bread. I also remember a time when the word saved was introduced to me. I remember thinking like, okay, so I know God, like I believe in God, I believe that He died on the cross for me, but I don't understand what this whole saved thing is. I specifically remember in my mind thinking, okay, it was my 6th grade year, and that's the first year that you get to go to camp, which is a huge deal then, because you hear all these awesome stories about camp, so you can't wait to go. And so, my 6th grade year, I remember telling myself, okay, Allie, you're gonna go to this camp, and you're gonna find out what this whole saved business is, and I remember going to camp on this mission like, okay, I'm gonna figure this out. I remember when I'd have the altar calls at camp, and he'd say, okay, so if you need God, if you don't have Him in your life, then come down and we'll get you that. And to be completely honest, I remember sitting in my seat, my comfortable seat, and in my heart, I felt the tug, I felt the calling, but I didn't follow it. I just stayed sitting in my seat. One night, my friends came up to me and they were like, you know what, Allie, okay, we realized that we need to get saved. I was like, you know what, me too. So it was the lunchroom area. And we sat around the table, and I remember I prayed a prayer to God, and I just told Him, I just said, God, you know, I need you. This life that I'm living, it's nothing unless I have you. And in that moment, I surrendered my life to God. And you know, people always describe it as a weight lifts off you, and it's this heavenly thing. But I just remember, like, it was like I got it. I got that God was my world, and suddenly I had this connection to God that it was like He was inside of me, which honestly, when you do get saved, that's what it is. Part of the Spirit comes inside of you, and suddenly praying with God, spending time with Him, going to church, worship, it's just so awesome. But I remember after that moment, after I got saved, you know, I got home from camp, and I just sort of stayed on the down low. I was like a new Christian, but I just sort of like hung behind the scenes. I knew what had happened to me, but I didn't really go and proclaim to everyone what happened to me and let everyone know, like, hey, this awesome thing happened to me. It needs to happen to you too. I just sort of stayed low profile. Speaker was Kent Lyles, and he was talking about red pill, blue pill, and how each morning you can wake up and you can decide, am I going to live this day for God, or I'm going to live for myself. And in that moment, I realized that it was more than just declaring your life for God and saying, yes, I believe in God, yes, I'm a Christian, yes, God died on the cross for me, and He changed my world. It was more than just saying that. It was actually having a relationship with God. It was praying with God. It was reading His Bible to find out what He had for me. And it was talking about God with other people, with other Christians, with your best friends. I can honestly say that I fell in love with God. And I guess mostly what I'm trying to stress here is that I know that there's lots of people that say God is, they believe in God, they're Christian, it's so much more than just saying that. It's honestly the word that I want you to get is it's a relationship. It's like you come home and talking about my dad, like I can come home and I can be like, God, today sucked. And I can just lay it all before God. And he'll just surprise you. You'll see things that you never thought you could see. Miracles happen. Maybe not like the 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish or whatever the number was. Maybe not quite in that way, but definitely just as powerful. If you actually watched all the way to this end of this video, I guess if none of this really makes sense to you, then I guess I just want you to talk to me, I guess, or talk to someone, talk to anybody. I'll try to help clear it up for you, but it's so likely. Also, if you're one of those people that you do have a relationship with God, but maybe you're not out there and such a go-getter or something, I guess I challenge you to post a video of what your testimony was and how God changed your life.